How about now? There it is. What's going on, folks? It's been a minute. It has been a minute. Ruined. But I have a nice new fridge thanks to my neighbor. Garage beer, Dr. Pepper, Monster. So, I'm going to be working on a power steering pump. Let's see. Let's get this. There we go. So I wanted to show this off before I hang it up out of view. This is from Yoshitaka Ikinaga from Fukuoka, Japan. I watch your YouTube channel. I just found this by chance. I was surprised to learn that you're a friend of Eddie's. I'm a Subaru person too. Please make the most of this license plate. You're a fantastic mechanic. Please enjoy peaceful days with your family and friends. I want to go to USA. So this gentleman sent me a license plate for my good friend Taylor and a whole bunch of like Japanese catalogs and stuff like that. I've got a sandbar truck catalog over there, safety thing for Japan. So this, I bought a frame today at Walmart. This is getting hung up. Probably one of the coolest things I've gotten. I don't think he really watches because he said I'm an excellent mechanic, and so we know that's not true. But yes, I am now internationally famous. Kind of cool. Yeah. So rearranged in here. Finally got my big Cobalt workbench that I wanted that holds way more weight than that little IKEA table. And then I picked up another one of the workbenches that I use from Yukon, from Harbor Freight. And honestly don't like it because it's like math is hard and it takes up way too much space under there, but I got it. So what the hell? I can wheel it out and then I'll have like more workspace. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, and then waiting on all of the fun bits to come so that I can finish putting my calipers back together and get them on the car. But that is bronze chrome that's going to be going on the WRX. So let's turn a light on. See if you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see the flake that's in it, but kind of cool, I think. So we will, yeah, and Steve, these are the same ones that you and I sandblasted and painted red. I ended up taking them to a powder coater and got them powder coated. So now I have to rebuild them yet again. But we're gonna see how this new camera works. The old one decided to shit the bed on me. So, yeah. I don't know if you can hear the music. I got Lo-Fi Girl going in the background because her music is not copyrighted. It is Creative Commons, so anybody can listen in. I had a 22 millimeter wrench right there a second ago. Now I gotta figure out where I put it because it is needed. Oh, haha, 21 millimeter, and it's right there. So this is the power steering pump. It's already been pulled apart for the EJ. I did a lot of fighting to figure out how to get the pulley off, and then found out it's actually just a circlip. So I've had this sitting in evaporust and in an ultrasonic cleaner for like 2 days and it's still really gross, but that's okay. We're gonna just kind of let it keep doing the thing. Some of the paint is coming off, and it only pulls paint off when there is rust underneath the paint. So, as you can see, there was rust underneath the paint. And this stuff, Evapo-Rust by CRC, will eat it all off, and it'll end up coming out brand new looking, and we'll get it cleaned up, and the pulley will be good to go. So we'll throw that back in there. All right. And thank you, Michael. Happy day after your birthday, and happy Mother's Day to Angel and Miss Hawkeye if she's watching, and maybe Claire in the future. All right, so I already busted a nut, haha, giggity, and got this loose. This is the sensor, so I'm gonna pull that out. So there is sensor. I don't know if this camera is going to be good enough to hey, it did. Okay, so there's that. And I do have a whole Subaru specific rebuild kit. So that's an O-ring we're going to have to replace. And then over here, I already took, wow, Harbor Freight. I thought about doing work and those gloves ripped. Okay, that's cool. Well, okay then. Happy Mother's Day for your animals to you then. How about that? And instead of buying a new pump, which was going to be like $400, I bought a $28 rebuild kit, and I'm going to rebuild it. That's why, because I'm cheap. So there is the spring. Put that right there. So in there, there is a small filter. Then on this side, the pin looks like, is the pin going to come out? Oh, hey. Oh. We're learning together, folks. There we go. Okay, so that's the gooinizer. I don't know what the name of that is, but it goes all the way through. Okay, all right, nifty. We're learning. The underside, we've got an O-ring. We've got the big seal. We've got an O-ring here. And then we have the back cover, which has a gasket or an O-ring, which is not very O-ish. And I had already cleaned that a lot, but we're still going to put this in the ultrasonic as well, because I've had that warming up for a little while. This is one of the nipples, and then under there I have the actual shaft thing that pumps inside. So let's go ahead and cup holder file. Yeah, you need to send the cup holder file. That's for my good buddy Jason in the Netherlands, who is actually coming here to America this month. So if you want to meet him, he's Dutch Sandbar on Instagram. A really good photographer. And we'll be here in just a week or two, I think. Get the seal out. Maybe. There we go. Is everybody having a wonderful Sunday? I've told my kids and wife to stay out of the garage while I'm in here doing this mess. My son is out cutting other people's grass, and then he'll be cutting our grass. Yeah, I don't think I did all of that damage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was shot to hell. All right, so now, let's see. All of our gaskets are gone. So we'll go over here. And in the ultrasonic, I have water and some Zep degreaser. Put that in. We'll put that in. That's hot. And let's see. Please get a video of that giant getting, oh yeah, absolutely. We're gonna get video of him getting in and out of Taylor's van, out of my truck. He'll probably break my truck, but that's okay, because my truck seems to break itself too. Right now, the person that I have gotten 3D printed things from in the past, all of his shit is like breaking on my truck. So as we get files from people that know what they're doing better than we do, all of that stuff will get redone. All right, let's see. I can take the sensor and put it in there, so we'll hand clean that. Not gonna put that in. I will put the gross bracket in there, and all right, we'll bake it. You have to tell me if that's messing with the microphone or not. It actually sounds a lot quieter there than it did when it was over here. All right, so in the seal kit, there is a big seal, there is a medium seal, which will go on the plug that I just pulled out. There is 1, 2, 3 smaller O-rings. There is the big seal that I pulled out that looked like crap. And then we have a new circlip. Really a circlip, it's a, I don't know, whatever you would call this thing. Focus on that. There you go. So whatever that is. But thoughts on the webcam pointing down at the workbench. Because I just got it at Walmart today, and if it sucks, it needs to go back to Walmart and get something different. I know Claire's probably climbing underneath an Outback. Steven's cooking. Angel's probably not cooking. Maybe she is, I don't know. Michael, hopefully you're not smoking, or else I'll have to drive up to Virginia and beat your ass. So the camera's not crystal clear, but it's not bad. So be honest, good enough? Or should I get a different one? Because that's a 1080, and for probably the same money, I could order one on Amazon and get a 4K. OBS Bot, I think, makes one. But I went with it. This is a Logitech. Angle's great. It's cool to see the work directly. Yeah, I like the angle. I just don't know if it's a good webcam. It gets good ratings, but finding a webcam for this kind of thing is difficult. And then if you look up how to do it, they basically show a really expensive DSLR, which is not what I'm trying to do. If I go way over here, that's the camera right here. So I can also put it back on the bench, and I can angle it up, and you're upside down, because that's what you got to do. But yeah, where and bring things close. Okay, all right. So we're good if I bring things up to the camera so that you can see, or maybe even more light. I don't know. Maybe if I can put a light somewhere. All right. So the other thing I have are covers for the timing belt. So this is one of the covers. This is another one of the side covers. And the center cover. And once I have all of these covers on, the long block is actually ready to go back into the Subaru. So once I get that all done and get it in, I'll just be waiting for gaskets to come in, and I'll be able to put the intake manifold back in the car and get all the other little bits hooked up and start this bad boy, and hopefully we don't have any more bad sounds. I hope, because I got a clutch to put in the sandbar. I don't know if I need any of those, but we'll find out. Headed to eat. File send on Messenger. Happy Mother's Day. Bye for now. Toodles. Enjoy your tacos. Even though you didn't bring me one, but that's okay, you know. I'm not salty at all. But hey, I am sorry I missed your Cars and Coffee. I woke up super late. Angel, I sent you pictures of what the red looks like on the rusted WRX, so you can see that. And yeah, happy Mother's Day to you guys. So let's see, let's get this all clean. I don't know why these got so damn greasy, but probably from the power steering pump leaking everywhere. Brake clean, brake clean, brake clean. There is not a very large amount of people talking crap to me right now, which is interesting. I'm not used to not having crap talk to me. Are we? Does it go to a BMW? Does it go? Oh, ha ha, no. But it does go to, like, it's even melted right there. I don't understand the dude that had this car before me. So, needless to say, I'm going to be ordering all new timing covers from Japan at some point, but not yet. All right, so this one goes on first. All right, let's put this over here. We'll go top down. Here is the timing cover. We have that one. Where do we think that goes? Do we think that goes on this? It has to. Okay. We'll figure that out here in a minute. Turn the music up a little bit. All right, and then this one's kind of obvious. Way more gooder than the other one did. that's that. Here's the crap that was on it before. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all are not very much help. All right, so those are on. I wonder if that's... So these are the other ones, and it's literally just like sponge material. So let's figure out where that mess goes. So, nope. Yep. All right. All right, we know we don't need that. And that. So them's trash. And dem's trash. Cool, all of that's trash. Let's see. Ceiling belt cover. I wonder if this goes, ooh, I got an idea. Do we think one goes there and one goes there, maybe? Maybe Miss Hawkeye eating too, but we got up on, heck yeah, man. What are you guys eating? Let's try to keep this clean. I told my wife I was doing a live and said I would pay for dinner, but she had to order it, so. I wonder if, do we think that's what that does? Or maybe on this side? Oh, that's pretty close. Let's see what this one does. Jesse, you sure you can't convince your wife to come to North Carolina for your vacation instead of whatever boring place it was you guys were going? What's up, dude? I need you to do my headlights. I need to get you my headlights. Because I'm sure I could do it, but like, that's some anxiety I just don't need in my life right now. So Stellar is the homeboy with the FRS that is freaking sick. It used to be like a purplish color, very, very sick. And then he had a little oopsie, and now it is white. Hey, I already told you, man, I will Honda swap the WRX, one of them, but you got to sponsor it and you got to pay for it. All right, I'm going to try putting this on here and hope that this is the right place for it. So what are you working on, Stellar? You said you were editing photos. Is it cars and coffee photos or? Come on. God, more of that damn red stuff. I think this dude like invented RTV. Should probably watch my mouth because he did tell me that he watches the channel. Son of a bitch. Stick. Stick. Okay. Okay. That didn't work. I don't even want to say how much this shit cost, because it was not cheap to get this stuff. And I'm still missing seals for right there. So apparently they did not order me all the seals, or I did not tell him that one. So take a picture of that. It's good enough to go on here though, as far as I'm concerned. Anybody got a problem with that? No? Okay, good. If you have not bought yourself one of these from Harbor Freight, you're missing out. The STI had the timing belt cover, had so much dude. Like, I've got to order bolts and stuff because, like, this is the condition of some of these bolts. It's just, it's ass. But things that matter when they matter, and this is not a thing that matters right now, so. Once it's running, then I'll start worrying about if I like how it sounds and the little details. What happened to your STI? Did you get rid of it for? The FRS, or did you have both at the same time, or? Let's go to you. That is some janky. That's I respect the ingenuity there, sir. That is impressive. That is an impressive level of not caring, and I am here for it. Go in the hole, you bastard. One of these days I will come out to one of the Boxer Squad NC things. Boxer. Actually a couple, because I've also got the Ascent, which is a Boxer engine, I think. Yeah, I got a Boxer engine sitting over there on the floor. Does that count? See, Jesse, It's Woot, wants me to put K-Series motor in a WRX. And I'm down with it as long as he pays for it. But it would also be kind of cool to put a Boxer engine in a sandbar, although that'll like never happen. These are not the right bolts, but they'll work. We're gonna have other problems if somebody's down here looking if I got the right bolt in the timing cover. I don't want an EO7A. I want a K24. Like, if you're gonna make me do that, we're going all out, buddy. You're good for it. I know you're good for it. That is not even remotely going in the hole. Okay, well, we just won't go in that hole then. We'll go in this hole. This is a good hole. Just remember, gentlemen, it's important you're not too picky about the hole. What? Does that have something? Okay, that's got to be drilled and tapped. We'll go with this hole. We're just gonna keep sticking it in until we find something that it fits. Story of my life. (2012) Limited, had it for a year, sold it after doing the tiny little water pump. That's fairly astute planning there, sir. Gosh. Like taking extra pictures on my phone because it was still on the camera. We could put a D15 in it. But we're not doing it to this WRX. We'll do it to the red WRX. I still think the plasma cutter is going to come out for the red WRX before I scrap it. And I feel like I kind of want to make it a convertible or a pickup truck, kind of like Mighty Car Mods did, but I'm thinking convertible to start with. What do you think? That's what she said 5 to 6 times. Claire gets my humor. She gets it. She's going to, mainly just because I want to meet Claire and her husband and drive cross country and see Spokane from people that live there that swear it's not a dump. But I told her she could help me vinyl wrap the WRX. But if I don't make it across country, Michael has his own little vinyl wrap business as well. So I feel like I'm in good hands. Let's pick a side. Let's go with this side. Look at that. It's starting to look like a clapped out motor again. Dude, you can't tell me that if I didn't roll up at Cars and Coffee in a convertible WRX that it wouldn't get some attention. Maybe not great attention, but they definitely know I was there. Nobody at Cars and Coffee takes pictures of anything that's like built. Well, that's not true. Congratulations, you can afford a car. Whether you can afford the oil change or not is yet to be decided, but like I don't even walk past the little Lamborghini squad and the Ferraris. I just don't care. I'll walk past the classic Porsches. But the look at me crowd, it's not my thing. Not my thing. And I know some of them are cool, but like some of the people are cool. I don't know, maybe it's just me. What are your thoughts? Do you go to Cars and Coffee to look at the expensive cars that don't really ever get driven? All right, why are you not going in the hole? Oh, that's because that is, haha, okay. cool. That's another one that we have to replace. The joys of a almost 30-year-old car. Yeah, but Claire, you people better than you think you do. You just don't like, being within distance where you can punch them because you want to punch them. And I get that because I don't like people either. All right, my son just pulled up on the lawnmower from cutting the neighbor's grass. He now has to cut our grass. He is right outside, and I'm going to see if he tries to open that door, even though I told him not to. How many pictures you got to go through, Stellar, William? Did you take like really intentional pictures, or did you spray and pray like I do? Give me the cam tool back, you bastard. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like it. 17? And I'll put that back up there. Let's see. So another fun thing is when the air conditioning kicks on that, like the lights dim. So I just have it blowing air right now, so it's actually getting warmer and warmer in this garage, which is cool because who wanted to be comfortable? Nobody. All right, that's on. Is that a 22? Look at that. Go. This is what ends up happening when you use Evaporust. It looks like a brand new doohickey, which is the technical term. Anybody know what the torque spec is for this? It's probably about right. Ta-da. I've got the fuel rail and the TGVs ready to go. They've been painted ceramic black with cheapo paint, Rust-Oleum, because everything I do is Rust-Oleum. The intake manifold, looking mighty Gucci. So that'll sit on there once we get the gaskets from Overtake on Wednesday. That'll go into the body. Probably not today. Maybe. But probably not. It's already almost 6. All right, let's get this out and see how it's looking. All right, so here is the little bracket, which was not too bad off anyway to start with. So the vision for the WRX is a dark green with bronze, but not a bright in-your-face bronze. It's more of a sick, dark looking bronze. We'll hit this with some Krylon. And let's get this out. So what's everybody working on? I know Claire, well, Stellar or Dagger, he's editing pictures. Claire, are you working on your Outback still? Jesse, what are you running besides your mouth? I'm wearing Jesse's shirt because why not? All right, let's get the little spring. Nice, nice. What you working on the back of the Outback now? What was left when you had your boo-boo with your hand? Did all my car stuff yesterday, just relaxing and playing video games now. All right, all right. You deserve that. This is so gross. So when I first started the WRX after building the engine the first time, no leaks, nothing. Then I go to put the power steering pump on and no leaks, nothing, because I didn't have anything in it yet. And then I put power steering fluid in it and I started it, and this whole area in my garage was nothing but red power steering fluid or transmission fluid. And it kind of looked like my car had its weekly or its monthly time. It's pretty gross. Yeah. So really hoping that this is gonna fix all of that. Front's done. I'm doing the rear hub, CD axles, lower control arm struts and links and ball joints. God, it's too much work. At that point, just get a new car. Jesse would tell you to get a Honda. Isn't that right, Jesse? It's your moment. Tell her to get a Honda. Nope, just me, I guess. All right, so there's, back cap is nice and clean. That's definitely gonna need more time. All right. Let's drop that back in. Let's bump the temp up. Let's go another 15 minutes. That is so much quieter over here than it was on that. On that, it was loud as crap. Huh. Maybe it was like reverberating. Never said I was smart. I love Subaru ship boxes. What can I say? My girl. All right. Everything looks better with Krylon on it. So let's give it the old Rust-Oleum hammered treatment. This is why nobody wants me in their car club, because all my shit's covered in spray paint. Word. Actually, let's turn this around. Try. I roll up and everybody's like, here comes the spray can guy. All right, let's get this out. Still looks like crap, but it's not rusty anymore, mostly. So, toddler wants the big TV back. I'll tell the toddler that he can have the big TV back tomorrow. Nah, you can give the toddler the big TV back. I get it. I got kids. They suck all the life out of you. I mean, they're great. They're super great. I love my kids. They're awesome. They just remind me how alive I am some days. Nah, my kids are good. My kids are good. I don't know if my daughter is out riding a horse right now, or I don't hear a lawnmower, so I don't know what my son's doing. Doesn't look like he's at the neighbor's house anymore cutting grass. Let's get these, put those up there. Can't really do anything with the O-rings yet until that comes out. I would say somebody tell me a joke, but I know Jesse's going to start it off with knock knock. With friends like him, who needs enemies? You got him occupied? Good, 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 good. What are you and Miss Hawkeye doing now? Hanging out? Doing stuff? Eating? Got so many Instagram notifications right now. Ooh, that's a cool picture of Chris and William and Michael and Dez and whoever the hell else is in that picture. I don't know if that was Jacob in there or... So... Anyway, that's enough of those for now. What did you do to me? Well, now what's up, dude? How are you? Just finished steaks and now watching me about to do some cake for my bonus son's birthday. Heck yeah, man! You got a whole 3 days in a row of celebration. Y'all gonna be super fat with all the desserts. Jesse, what did you ever do to me? How much time we got? Well, to start with, Jesse is the reason that all my stuff is on jack stands. Nah, Jesse's good people. Most days. I'd say 6.5 days out of the week. All right, let's see if I can scrub some of the BS off of this thing. All right, here is, this is that weird little cap thing. Stop looking at me, damn it. There. I think this needs to go in the evaporust. I'm thinking that definitely needs to go in the evaporust. Because like it's a little bit of dirt, but also like rusty. Bye, Felicia. KYB. So, who does not have an ultrasonic cleaner? Jesse's got one because he got a much larger one than I got, which is brilliant now that I know how much I use this thing. You do need one, buddy. This is the small one from Harbor Freight. I use it nonstop. I go like this. Got a little hose here that comes down and drains into a free Harbor Freight bucket, which makes cleanup and dumping it a breeze. Let's see, do I have, I used to have, I don't have anymore. I used to have like metal bristle brushes. Maybe they're over here. There's one. So yeah, if you can catch one of those on sale at Harbor Freight, you definitely need to jump on that. This is like the tedious work that comes with it. But none of this would have come off had I not started it off in the bath. turn that up because it's blowing crap right in my eyes. You need a garage first. You can, Miss Hawkeye will let you have one of these in your kitchen. Isn't that right? I'd just be instigating stuff. See, like, this is the stuff that drives me nuts having to do, but it's also kind of therapeutic to get it clean once. But like, the people that do this crap and keep these engines clean for car shows, William, I don't know how you guys do it. Like that, I drive way too much to keep it like showroom clean. Like Chris with his RA, I don't see how it stays as clean as it does. Plus, I mean, he's also in like Civilization, Raleigh area, and I'm not. I'm out in the middle of BFE. I can't go to the mailbox without hitting a bug. So who all's in here? I got Michael, Jesse, Corey are wilding out. Claire, I think, is in here still while she's working. So that's 4. William, if you're still in here, that's 5. And it's saying I got 6 viewers. I don't know if that's ever accurate, though. Maybe I got a bonus, a spy, somebody watching. Maybe one of my neighbors is watching. That'd be fun. I got some cool neighbors. Not all of them, but some of them. Man. I don't know, chat. I don't think this thing's going to be brand new looking, but it's going to be new enough. All right, let's dunk you. Let's get you going. I got like little black dots everywhere. Do you guys like the new workbench? Oh. I also have a friend that is learning to make carbon fiber parts. So it's not perfect. It's far from perfect. But it's way better than I would have done. So this is legit carbon fiber. He used the radiator shroud thing to make the template. And he had some issues with like temperature fluctuation in his garage and humidity and all that, but we're going to stick it on the car when I get it running and just see how it holds up to heat. Unless one of you guys would like it and get more driving out of it so he can see how it holds up over time. See, I've had a Monster. It is 6 o'clock. I feel like it's beer o'clock. They never sponsored me. Stupid bastards. Mediocre beer. It's fantastic. But it's also cheap. And it's one of the few that hasn't given me like bad headaches afterwards. All right, since my hands are all disgusting, let's go ahead and get this open. So who knows what this hose goes to? Let's see who knows. There's a few people in here that should be able to figure this out. So what hose is it? I don't care about these being clean. I do care about getting the shitty gold tape off of here, though. Really, Jesse? Why you gotta be like that? It does go to my WRX. That's also a good guess. So we got 2 people right. Jesse is correct. It does go to the ship box. Claire's correct. It does go to my WRX. Nobody else? Michael, you don't know? You ought to know. You were just working with one the other day, I think. William had a STI, so he should be familiar with this hose. I'll give you another shot once all the gold's off of this piece of shit. Come on. Turbo coolant hose. That is correct. So it is not Maui's hook. It is the turbo coolant hose. And it is ugly as sin. And I'm going to rewrap it in some AON self-adhesive made in China. Yeah. Anyway. Or I say I am. My hands are so greasy, I don't know if that's going to work. But we're going to try. This is one of the last hoses I got to put on here before this goes back in the car. So I've got turbo drain hose, which I think was also loose, and that's probably why I was draining some oil. How the fuck do you open this? What in the hell? What the hell you say? Come on, man. I didn't think you needed instructions for tape. About to have to ask Siri. There, hey. There we go. I'm not sure why tape is wrapped in saran wrap, but sure. Now how the hell do you get it open? Sure, we'll go with that length. Last time I checked the oil in the sandbar. Yesterday. And then I drove it today, and I've not checked it yet because I just got home. But I intend to check it again. Because I know if I don't, you will yell at me, as you should. Because I did not check it very often. I actually want to check the transmission oil as well, just to make sure I don't have like some funky leak going on anywhere in there. But that just sounds like a pain in the butt. So I might not, especially since I've got the clutch coming and I can always, redo it at that point. Aww. 6:06 p.m. on Mother's Day, Jesse finally told me he's proud of me. With witnesses. You're only proud of me because I wore your shirt on this live. So what are you sending me? What's coming that I have to hang up and let everybody see? Everybody was asking. Claire was actually asking. She said that she needed to know because she might have got me the same thing. I wish you did not have the ability to retract a message. Nicely done, jerk. Nicely done. All right. That is now wrapped in aluminum tape. Get that on there. I know I'll find out when it gets here, but you know how I am? Like, I don't do well with surprises. Come on. All right, that's on. And besides, Claire was the one that wanted to know, not me. I know that I'll find out when he gets here, but Claire's all the way in Spokane, and she was very distraught. So I think it's probably best that, for the sake of everyone, you just go ahead and tell me what's coming so that everybody knows. For everybody at home that doesn't know, Jesse is one of my really good friends. He lives in Texas. And he likes to give us a hard time because he's got not Subarus. So he does like to lean in on the Subaru jokes, even though he's been very supportive since day one. He is probably the reason we're all here right now on this live, because he was the one that told me I had the right dumbass personality to do YouTube. But he's also the one that told me I would be rich by now. I'm not, so, you know, I'm not holding that against him, but kind of am. That being said, what'd you send me? How long is it going to be on a lift? Just going to let you know, if you and Claire both got me the same thing, I'm keeping Claire's. She has red hair and she's prettier than you, Jesse. She is the type of person that goes between Grease Monkey and like dolled out. So everybody should tell her in the comments that she is pretty, and that her husband is lucky, and that this thing is really freaking hot. I'm just in a give people compliments kind of mood today. Jesse, you look adorable. So Jesse has a really cool Honda Acti. I mean, it's not a sandbar, but it's pretty cool for what it is. But he also has like really good Ring cameras and lives in the hood in Dallas Fort Worth area. I think that's where you live. Yeah, that's the area. But he constantly gets people like just walking down the sidewalk, stopping and staring at his truck, occasionally trying to get into it. But he had some guy stop and like ask him a whole bunch of questions, and Jesse's cool. He got like, he had somebody do this artwork. He had somebody do the artwork of the sandbar. do artwork for our friend Jason in the Netherlands, his sandbar. Our buddy Taylor, who lives near me with his sandbar van, had him do all 4 of our vehicles in one picture that we have in like a little group chat that we're in. Well, just, you know, being cool, he offered to, like, he went to hand the guy one of the little magnets, one of these. Okay? And the dude just like flipped and was like, I don't want that. Man, if you're going to stop and talk to somebody about their vehicle and ask them questions and they offer you something, you better fucking take it. Okay? Okay? I applaud you, Jesse, for not going to jail. As far as I'm concerned, he was trespassing, and you could have shot him. And I would have backed you up from here, because I had a live stream to do. But I would have been with you in spirit. And I probably would have put like, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks on your canteen account so you could get you a Kit Kat. Maybe suck up to Big Timmy so that you don't have to be like the new toy in jail. But, you know. I have a video clip from Mooresville Cars and Coffee that I need to send. Well, send it then, Hoss. Send it. Sand it. So next month is June, if you didn't know that. And June last year, I was going to Cars and Coffee. It was a nice little 65-degree morning when I left the house. Jesse, would you like to tell the viewers at home what happened that morning when I was riding to Cars and Coffee with my son? Go ahead and tell them. I'm sure you remember. Bingo. Shit broke. And that's why I have a Subaru head gasket up there, because I blew the head gasket in the sandbar. So I don't know that I'm going to go to Mooresville in June. I don't know. Do I conquer my fear of June Cars and Coffee? Or do I just not and stay home? What do you think? Your vote doesn't really matter, but it'd be interesting nonetheless. Maybe I'll go if Stellar is going to be there and he promises to take pictures with the sandbar in it and then edit them to look like a pile of shit next to his super amazing FRS. Just saying. And I'm going to need it in writing. Yes, of course you get 3. You and Miss Hawkeye get 3. You're women. You get 2 just because I don't want you to hate me. And you get a bonus one because I like women more than men. And Jesse's mean. Cast your votes. It's actually getting a little bit better. Would you agree that that looks marginally better than the crap that it started off with? Into the sea you go. Another 15 minutes. Full send. Okay, maybe you don't get 3 votes. All right, Miss Hawkeye, if she's still listening. Or maybe she's dealing with the toddler. Tell you what, Claire, I'll go, but you and your husband have to drive down here and go also. What do you think? Or you could fly to RDU. I mean, it's literally 4 minutes away from the terminal. We can just pick you up, take you to Cars and Coffee, and then drop you off and go home, you know? Oh, that does not smell good when you're drinking beer. That is not true. Your WRX would make it. You're just terrified that somebody would hit it. And they probably would. I'd catch a big old rock. All right. This is a way better looking bracket now. So we'll throw that over yonder. You know what? Let's get creative. Let's get crafty. Your garage princess would like to come out of the garage once. Well, it's out of the garage now, isn't it? Because the granola machine is in the garage getting a makeover. So I wanted to get a license plate that said granola, and I was really mad that I couldn't, that somebody else already had it. And then I was driving to Charlotte one day, don't judge me, to IKEA. You're totally judging me, and that's okay. To IKEA, and I got behind another Outback, and the license plate was granola. And all of a sudden, I was okay with it. I would have just been mad if it was like a Honda Accord. Lesbian limousine. Touche. Let's see. Let's do that. That'll work. Just for everybody at home, the Mistress is the name of Michael's Subaru, and the boy toy is the name of Mrs. Hawkeye's Volkswagen Golf. No, it's red. I think it's a Golf. Volkswagen Golf. We're just gonna make this thing look so purty. Oh, honey, why you not have no boyfriend? GTI. So, I've had a lot of offers for trades for the sandbar. I've turned them all down so far, but come on, open. Open. I am tapping. Okay, maybe not. No? No? Okay. That's cool. Just close everything. Try it again. Still no. Okay, that was fun. Somebody has offered me a clapped out 96 dually, like a Chevy dually. Somebody else offered me a 2012 Impreza hatch. I really kind of leaned towards that one because it was clean. Somebody else offered me a serialized, like number 600 something out of 5,000 Volkswagen R32 on bags, but it's an automatic. Timing chain hasn't been done, and I'm not trying to drop $5,000 to do a timing chain on a car when I just got this one running. I don't know, I got some other weird, really crap offers. The Impreza WRX is probably the one that I was leaning towards, but I feel like if it wasn't for the sandbar, I wouldn't have met Jesse, and if I hadn't met Jesse, I wouldn't have the channel. And so then I wouldn't know a lot of the people that I know now. I definitely would not have won the only award I have ever won. So this came from Boxerfest last year. I would not have ended up at the events where I could get all the autographs that are up behind. So I wouldn't have had all this cool stuff. Like, I don't know, I feel like even if I don't ever drive the damn thing, I don't know. Sent me the video. I'm looking to see where it came. Is it Instagram? Sent a video. Can everybody watch it? I don't care. We're all going to watch it together anyway. So the blue one is, God, that's what your video's like. Jeez. Oh, it's an Insta360. That's why. The blue one is owned by a guy that's also got a yellow BRZ. He's asked me to help him do a couple things to it. He bought it from Top Secret in Durham, which is now defunct and disappeared. The white one next to it should be, oh shit, what's his name? Buddy. I don't know why I'm blanking his name right now. Like, he's a good guy. Anyway, he's got that one. Then there's the Littlest Plant Shop, and I think one other showed up there. And, like, mine gets a whole lot of attention because it's on RPF 1s and it's gray and it looks badass. But then you walk up to it and you're like, looks like shit. So I don't know. Like, the blue one is really, really nice. Somebody that I know just said they saw it too late. Actually, we're still doing it. So you can join now, or I'll call you out and tell everybody in the aircraft world that you touched my butthole. Actually, he's a pilot. I swear, what is wrong with me? Anyway. Let's see how this is looking. I think it's going to be looking as good as it's going to be looking. I'm going to spray it with some water. It's hot. Hot. So hot. Bust out the high quality H2O. Get the ZEP off of it. So Jesse, I know you like tools. I don't know if you've seen the, there's like a thing that you get for these where you replace the plastic filler thing inside, and it's got like a weight. And so if you turn it upside down, the weight drops to where the water is. So it always stays in the water. I want to get one of those. I don't know if you had seen them yet. Jesse's a big tool guy. He's got like 38 toolboxes in his little garage. Ugh. Well, that kind of worked. Science. Huh. We're learning things, folks. All right. Well, it looks like somebody peed all over the floor. But that looks a heck of a lot better, and as good as she's going to get. So let's dry this off, and we'll start putting some gaskets in it. What do you think? What do you think, chat? Some gaskets. Why did my music stop? Probably because I took a picture. My hands are gross now. I don't care. Play music. I have all of a sudden started liking lo-fi music just while I'm doing stuff. And Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube. Just streams nonstop all day. You can use it in YouTube videos or TV. Hell no. I got plenty of it. I would blow this out with air, but the air is sitting over there and I'm not plugging it back in. So. All right. Top down view. Grab us a socket. Grab us the Asian persuasion. Beautiful. All right. Now, it's going to go in there. And that's going to go on there. We can take that out because that's been done. We know that that's going to go with that. Let's take... Really wish I could put the sensor in something to ungrossify it, but I can't. That's I think that's about as good as she's gonna get. Those are different sizes. That's going to be this one. And I have like 700 O-rings, so worst case, we got O-rings. All right, so this is going to screw in here. And this is a 21 mil. There we go. That over there. And so just so you can see the evaporust, it's already like peeling all of the, let's switch to cameras. So like it's already cleaning this up and it's only been in there a couple minutes. So if you don't have evaporust and you have rust, Claire, go get some because this stuff is fucking amazing. I'm trying to watch my mouth because I'm pretty sure Michael's kids can probably hear on the TV. But like it's already starting to pull the rust off of here. So CRC Evaporust, I've got the big tub, I've got a little canister thing, and they even make a spray gel. This stuff is freaking awesome. All right, let's put that back in there for now. So that's gonna be 2 of the O-rings that are gonna go to that. So we know we got the circle. Yes. Where the hell did the big one come from? Ah. Flip it over, dummy. Okay. So the big one's going to go in there, and one of these small ones is also going to go in there. But which one of the small ones? I think it's going to be this one. That does not... Yeah, that looks right. Sure, why not? And that will go right there. And now let's actually get the stupid thing back out of the vapor rust. I will say, if you use this stuff though, you do have to wash the CRC off, because when you wash it off, that's when you actually can see the magic happen. Let's see, here's a good side to show. See how it's starting to pull it back to metal from all the rust and crap that was on it? All right, so this is gonna be, that one's gonna go there. Yep, and $1 to a donut, that one goes there. So this is, these two are gonna go there. This is gonna go back in the CRC. They don't have this here yet. This is strawberry lemonade, Monster Energy Juice. This stuff is freaking amazing. If you have it near you, let me know. Especially Michael, if you have this near you, since you're close enough, or William, if you're still in here, I want like a case of this. This stuff is so good. This can is for Jesse. The other one over there is for our Netherland Lurch Dutch sandbar. I gave Taylor his. He liked it. He's like a sugar-free kind of health nut, but he drank it anyway. He was like, it's really sour. I'm like, well, that's because it's lemonade there, Hawks. But it's great. Claire, it probably would, but you should try it anyway because it's awesome. I also tried the whole ProLube thing. It seems to work. So we'll keep trying that. All right, let's venture forth. I think I'm at a point where I can grab this. So this is the actual thing that makes the pump happen. So as this turns, these little things get shot out and help grab the fluid and force it to where they need to go. Let's make sure this is nice and clean before I put it back in here. First time I opened this up, one of these pieces fell out and I about had a stroke. Let's make sure that this little guy fits. Oh yeah, that's Yahtzee. All right. Fun. Now let's grab this little doohickey. Okay. Got to be like that. So these little guys right here fit in those little two indentions like that. And just make sure the seal's in there. I will do you one better. I will send you a pic of it, which is exactly what you said. Oh. So I got that, and then they have a red, white, and blue that I saw while I was in Scottsdale. And that one was pretty good too, but I actually like the white monster better than that one. But this strawberry lemonade one, holy cow, man, it's so freaking good. I had coffee the first day, and I didn't have coffee again while I was there. I just drank these. And yeah, I think I do need to maybe do something different with this camera because it does look far away and it's not as clear as I want it to be. Anybody else rebuilt a power steering pump before? Nice. So I'm going to take this back off here in a minute because the big pulley will actually go through and this little stir clip will hold it in place. But now I don't have to worry about the little blades falling out while I'm doing the rest of this nonsense. All right, so that's going to go on those. I got this one, I got that one, and we'll call that one. So that's in here and here. I got one of these. So I think I need one more for right there, because I pulled one out of there, which is for this little guy that's going to get some more paint on it. So let's give it some more razzle dazzle. Here, Michael. Take a picture. Strawberry lemonade juice. As an eagle. Huh. All right. I love the hammered paint because even if it doesn't look right, it looks right enough. This is Diesel the duck. My wife has the real ducks and chickens and hatched their baby. So this is Diesel the duck. I'm not a big fan of chickens and ducks. I do think it's kind of cool that she's like raised them. And tell Miss Hawkeye that when you quit smoking, then I'll consider stopping Monster. All right, Diesel, you can go back because you're freaking out. Hey. Come here, you little bastard. Chicken nugget. They get dust all over my garage. And they escape when they're this. There. Let's give them some food. Oh, there it is. Because that's how you make anything happy, you just feed it. I hate the little babies. Anyway. Don't finish the pack. Just throw it away. You're not gonna try again if you wait till you get to the end. Throw them away right now. It's the perfect Mother's Day gift. Throw them away right now. You smell like a dumpster. You look retarded. Is that all you like sucking on? I love you, man, but I am gonna give you hell until you quit. Lost my mom to lung cancer, so I will get ruthless with what I say to somebody that smokes. It's all out of love, but I will get ruthless. So Claire, how would you feel about sending me a case of strawberry lemonade juices from Safeway? Because Safeway and Fry's in Scottsdale is where I found them. Let me know, please, because I'll pay for them. I just need somebody to send them. Okay, anyway. Do we want this to be like perfecto, or do we just want it to like work now? Should I just? I know West Coast got the goods. It's because y'all are closer to where they're probably made in China. I don't know. I honestly don't know where Monster comes from. The moon? If it's not good for you, it probably does come from the West Coast. Ugh. Chat rate is 1. I don't know what the chat rate means, but this has had 33 views. 6 concurrent viewers. I mean, honestly, I feel like you guys could have done better. Not really feeling like you wanted me to go live. Ew. Jesse usually screenshots something on these and sends me the video later. If I fall, it'll usually be that. All right, what do we think? Do I just say to hell with it and stick it in the hole, ugly like that, with the O-rings and get the power steering pump done? Or do I put this back in Evaporust and let it actually end up looking brand new? Because it will, if I leave it in long enough, it will come out looking like that. Thoughts? And if anybody needs a transmission drain plug, I'm your boy. Because I got a whole bag of transmission over there. What do we do? Just get on. Jesus Christ. Right when I thought I didn't know if you were still in here, you dropped the Honda on me. I know I can always count on you, buddy. What are we gonna do? Claire, you get 3 votes. What do we do with this? Or Miss Hawkeye, you get 3 votes. Michael, you get 1 vote. Actually, you don't get a vote because you haven't quit smoking yet. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. It's not that hard to type an answer for Jesus. Just type the, what has the question I'm voting on? I was ugga-duggaing some shit and didn't hear. Just send it. Gerard, what's up, dude? Do we just send it with this looking like complete ass? Or do we stick this back in the Evaporust and tomorrow when I pull it out, it'll look brand new, and then I finish it tomorrow. So do we finish it today with this looking like ass that nobody will really care about, or do I actually do it right and make it look new again and still nobody will care about it? Okay, so 3 from Mrs. Hawkeye. Gerard said, send it. And Claire is going to say, as long as it works, send it. I mean, I'd just finish it. If it's just for looks, then meh. Yeah, I will care about it, but also, like, with how that car looks right now, this is like the only thing I could say to somebody is like, hey, you know, that's like 25 years old, but I got it looking new. I'd be telling the tow truck guy because probably it'd be broken down, right, Jesse? All right, let's put some O-rings on it then. So we'll put this big one on there first. All right, and then we'll put this little goober on there. And then that'll go in yonder. And if I remember right, this one is a 22. All I need to do is figure out where the hell, there they are. So 22, nope. 24, nope. 30 mil. Isn't that ridiculous? All right. Sold. All right, so that's on, that's in. Flipper over and yeet. We'll get the pulley out here in a second. And I will show you how that went in. And the last thing will be an O-ring I need to get for that. Bolt that little bad boy back in here, and then we will have us a completed power steering pump that hopefully does not leak, because if it does, I'm gonna crash out. All right, let's go to this. Looks a little better. If it fits, it ships. You know you like my shorts. That's what you really like though, is my calves. Let's be honest. Calves be popping. It's the only reason Claire comes and watches this crap is so she can see my calves. It's also hot and I don't have air conditioning in the car. And I had to go get a webcam so you guys could see what I was doing on the table and tell me I should have just bought a Honda. All right, let's do this thing. So that goes there. And originally I tried getting that out, but that's not necessary. Bueno. And this tiny little guy will go over that. And let's see, maybe an 8. Let's see. Maybe a 9, that would be better. Yep, let's go with a 9. Okay. Jesus! Y'all didn't see that, but this little bastard, holy crap. Come back out of there. This thing just shot all the way up, hit the ceiling, and came back and landed here and then dropped in there. Okay, that was not cool at all. So we're gonna try that again. Okay, let's bump up to a 10. Ten is too big. All right. My brother. Go on. This is the part you all watch for, is to see me crash out, right? Yeah, that goes all the way down. Ha! First try. Now, all right. What are we thinking, guys? Do I stick with this camera, or do I order a better one for like the same price? Great success. Very nice, very nice. I mean, I don't know that it's going to be any better, but it might be better. Or is this sufficient? 12, 10, 9, 8, 12. Grainy on the TV. That's what I'm worried about. Like, I think I'm gonna order. So this is a 1080, but it's a whole lot better than it did. It's still ugly as crap, but like it's a used power steering pump. Who cares, right? All right, so that's that. Last one is this one. Let's drop these little guys in. Same for you. Okay, so then this camera is going back to Walmart. And we will replace it with the one from Amazon before the next live or next workbench thing. The OBS bot, I think, is the brand of the one that I was looking at online. Okay, that's definitely not the right one. That's cool. That's cool. Play which bolt goes where. Ouch, my hand itches. That guy goes in. There, I thought. God, dang palm itches. All right, let's get the O-rings. $6,422 O-rings later. Look at right yonder. And that's too big. That's what she said. That one. I don't know. That one might not be. Oh yeah, that's definitely the right size. All right, so that's in. Is that? Nope. Son of a bitch. There we go. Okay. Cool. Not the right bolt again. I blame Claire. Why not? Let's try that one. I think you people just get on here to see if I screw something up. All right, that's in there. Now let's try to get the damn tape off. Where the hell does it start? Boom, that looks a little better. All right. So the banjo bolt will go right there. And now we got this little bracket guy for this little dude. See if I can clean that up a little bit. We've been going 2 hours, y'all. Thank you very much for spending time with me. It's very apparent to me that none of you have lives. It's cool. Makes me feel better about not having a life either. Son of a bitch. This goes here. I think this goes like that. I think that's what we're gonna go with. If it's wrong, just be wrong like everything else. I don't know why this got stuck down there. Eyes are up here, buddy. Look at that. That's not bad. And this little guy goes over here in this bracket. Like that. So let's get our little bracket back. Cram. Go in the hole. Cars are just Legos for adults. Legos that don't come with instructions and cause you to break your thumb when you don't pay attention, right, Claire? For real, dog, go in the hole. Like that. Okay. It's not the wrong tool if it works. And that's a 14. No, you don't. Everything hurts. Son of a biatch. Darn, that lined right up. So now I'll drop that in. Try that again. So I'm assuming it's probably raining in Spokane because it's Washington. What's the weather like in your area, Jesse? Raining in Philly. I believe that too. I was in Philly last year. November? What was the name of that cheesesteak place I went to? Del Rossi's, maybe? It was baller. I loved it. I ate a cheesesteak every single day I was there. That was my mission. Everybody else was going all sorts of places, and I'm like, just wherever there's a cheesesteak. Really? I thought Spokane was like wet. Giggity. All right, we got bolts in the bolt holes. We got thingies in the thingy holes, I think. I'm not going to put this on the motor yet because I want to be able to get the lift doohickey thing hoist connected on four corners when I go to put it back in. But this is ready to go right there. So, Yahtzee. It's one thing done. I need to replace the air conditioning compressor probably, but that's fine. This is depressing ass music. Yeah, I get best place. Yeah, I didn't go to Jim's because Jim's doesn't take card. They only do cash. It's 2026, so no. But yeah, I went to Jim's first. They had a thing up that said cash only, and so they lost my business because I have expense reports when I travel, so like I'm not paying cash. I use the company card. So yeah, so I went to Del Rossi. I think that's the name of it. Anyway, it was good. Good enough I ate there the first day and I ate there the last day. So it was good enough that I went back to make it my last meal. I had a one wheel back then and I one wheeled around with a local dude, had a good time, busted my house. Going to ride with him down the, I'm going to mispronounce it, the Schuylkill. You people don't know how to pronounce things. But the Schuylkill River, I guess, is how that's pronounced. But it was good. He was a good tour guide. Showed me that area. We went to, he took me by where the trash birds play, the Eagles. Took me by, I'm not a sports fan by any means. I just definitely don't like the Eagles. The baseball field, because you guys have a baseball team. I also don't like baseball. Rode around FDR. That was fun, FDR Park. While we were there, there was a car that literally drove up an embankment of grass. That was kind of neat. Saw some, the people that like do weird shit with fire, saw them in some park that was down by the casino. So that was kind of cool. They were like waving sticks around that were on fire. I don't know. Apparently that's a thing. It was kind of cool to watch. Let's see. So let's talk about what's next for the EJ and the sandbar. The long block is ready to go back in. So I'm going to get that in sometime this week. Once this is in, Wednesday or Thursday, I will have the TGV to head gaskets and the TGV to intake manifold gaskets. So I'll be able to put that back on there, get that all bundled up with the wiring harness back in it, get the throttle body on there, which I mean, I could put the throttle body on now, but there's no reason to. I can then get the PCV hoses and everything for the air oil separator and the intake and get that all put in here, connect up my sensors and fill it with oil, fill it with coolant, fill it with power steering fluid, build up some oil pressure and crank it up. And if all goes well, we'll be good. This was like super loose. So I found a bunch of exhaust leaks. I started going through this head to try to check the valve lashing and didn't realize I had shims. So I bought buckets. I was following Tanner Smedia's video. And so I ordered 4 buckets. These are the 4.34. They're the smallest, thinnest buckets you can get, with the idea that if I do that, then I can measure all the way along, do the little math where you take the bucket size plus the valve minus the desired, and that gets you your new bucket size. Well, I have shims, and the shims that I have, the number of what their value is has worn off, and I don't trust the little Harbor Freight calipers that I have, and I don't have a Mitutoyo dial gauge anymore because I got rid of it. Go me. So I didn't trust measuring it. So best case scenario, it goes back in, everything's peachy, and then I just have to save up and buy some tires. Or it goes back in and it sounds better because there's no more exhaust leaks, but it still has a tick from the valves. If that happens, it happens. I signed up for that because I didn't do the valve lashing while the engine was out. But it is what it is. So then sometime this week I will get the brake caliper rebuild kits. Will come in. I think I got the ones that come with new buckets. Either way, I did clean up the buckets. The buckets look fantastic. So I will rebuild the new brake calipers, get the car in here, lift it up, get the new brakes on it. I got new pads coming as well, because why not? I will probably take the rotors and try to find somebody that can turn the rotors for me, because really don't want to spend another 100 and however much to get the rotors turned or get new rotors. So I get the rotors turned, rebuild the 4 calipers, get those mounted on the body, get the wheels back on, lower back down, finish building up the motor, give it a test fire, give it a little run around the block, see how it's feeling, make sure that the brakes are good. And then, the front end still needs some work. The radiator core support is not welded in right now. Still need to do some finagling to get the hood to latch properly before it can really be driven. And then get the radiator core support and all that stuff welded together. One of the guys that I used to work with at a body shop when I was an estimator said he would swing by sometime, take a look at it, and see if he could help me out. So maybe he'll come through clutch and I can throw him a few bucks to, you know, help me get everything lined up, fit correctly, and maybe even get him to weld it together if I'm lucky. If not, we'll just bust out the spot welder again and some JB weld and duct tape. And then we'll do some more of the body work because I'm still working on the C-pillar to try to get that smooth. It's got Bondo on it. It's got the fiberglass filled in, smoothed out. Now it's got Bondo on it. I got to smooth that out, but I need a, sounds like, block. Thank you. So that I can block it and get that looking good. And then maybe it'll be ready to get it tested and see if I can drive it. Once the WRX is running, sandbar comes in, we're gonna drop the engine out, we're gonna separate the transmission from the engine yet again, we're going to do the rear main seal and a new clutch kit, throw it back together, shove it back in the butthole of the sandbar, and then we will do my buddy Taylor's sandbar van, which will be super interesting because it's a van, so it's not as easy to get to things. So we'll pick up the motor, get all the thingies off, drop it down. Maybe we'll just pick up the back of the van and move it, because anybody that saw that video saw how lightweight they are at that point. But yeah, that's the state of affair for the Garageaholic. Hopefully the chickens and ducks go away soon so I don't have dust and crap everywhere. I can clean my garage yet again and get the dust out. It's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. So, yeah, I think we're done for the day. I haven't eaten today at all. I think I'm gonna go eat. Eating sounds fun. So I'm gonna go eat now. I can't thank you guys enough for being on here with me for 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 19 seconds so far. But you're awesome. Let me know in, the comments why Jesse is the way that he is. And yeah, if you want my Venmo so you can pay for some of this crap, just let me know. I'll send you my Venmo. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks for joining. 42 views. I don't know what the chat rate 1 means, but that's what it says. 7 viewers right now. I saw 8 at one point. I don't know how high it got. But yeah, stay frosty. Don't forget to floss. I hope Jessie steps on a Lego. Don't piss Claire off. She has red hair. Happy Mother's Day. Miss Hawkeye. Thanks for tuning in, Gerard. Make my thing for the sandbar. William, if you're still here, thanks for joining in. Mike, sup? I think that gets yeah. All right, I'm tired. I think I got a low blood sugar. I'm out of here. Y'all be good.